Welcome to Moe and Toast, your not-so-weekly dose of garbage, anime, manga, and nerdy opinions with some casual memeage. There will be war. There will be salt. Most importantly, it will be trash. I'm definitely Moe and he's definitely Toast. Join us, as you could say it was fate that brought us here today. Thomas, welcome to the Moe and Toast podcast. How are you doing today?
I am doing great. Thank you for having me.
As you...
It's great to have you, man.
Thanks.
What a fate.
I believe what you were looking for was what a fateful encounter.
Oh man, what a cheesy intro, but
I fuck with it.
That's what we live for.
Did I say that?
yeah, for sure. We're not a
Okay.
PG
Oh,
podcast.
perfect.
What the heck?
Okay, I just have to make sure, man. I don't know. We haven't done this in a hot minute.
For real. So, if you don't know what Moe and Toast is, we are a podcast originally, but you can also find merch at moeandtoast.com. Currently, the newest drop that I've created with the help of Thomas is fate related. So there is a shirt that's hold on. I told you it would be scuffed.
Drop
That is-
the link.
Got the
Drop
Jean
the
d'Arc.
link.
That is apocrypha of, oh my god. You can actually do exclamation point merch to get the link. But there's one shirt with an embroidered front with a graphic on the back, and then 4 bucket hats that have the seal symbols. So hopefully you can check that out. You do not have to buy it. It is completely fine. But today we are going over the Fate series.
We are going over
Let's
the fake series.
fucking go.
Thomas is going to carry us 100%.
100%. I have not
All right, let's
watched
do
that
this.
much Fate in so long.
He actually introduced
I've
us.
seen most of it.
Okay, well that's
Yeah.
good. But he introduced us in like our free company, aka like a Final Fantasy guild. We watched about like 2 episodes, 3?
We started on Limited Blade Works. I think we got we got past the first Archer and Lancer fight. Yeah, I think we're in like episode 4. I'd like
Damn.
to guess.
Okay, we got further than I thought.
Yeah, I think we got like 4 episodes. Yeah, because there was like there's episode 0, and then we got through. Yeah, I think we got to like episode 4.
Wait, which one are you guys starting? Are you watching UBW?
Yeah, currently we're starting UBW.
Okay. Unlimited Blade Works is so good.
It is.
But that also
really
begs the
fucking good.
question, where should anyone start the series?
Stay Night.
Yeah. So personally, if you want to do strictly anime, I would say Fate Zero, because just
Oh.
personally,
Oh, yeah, true.
I like the whole. You learn a lot about certain characters that show up in Stay Night. It's just it runs into the issue of some. It's weird. Zero spoils a little bit of UBW, and UBW spoils a bit of Zero, which I've discovered, which is a little strange. But
Yeah.
Oh, it's one of
Well-
those cases.
yeah,
The thing is, the origin for this was a visual novel, and it's the original Stay Night, UBW, Unlimited Blade Works, for people who don't know, and Heaven's Feel. There are
Yeah.
3 different routes. Stay Night is the Saber route. UBW is the Rin route, and Heaven's Feel is the Sakura route.
What? Oh, so the movies
Yeah.
are completely...
So they all technically happen in tandem,
Mhm.
but it's 3 different timelines.
yeah. It all depends on who you like choose as the main heroine.
What
Mhm.
the fuck?
Yeah,
Yeah, but like you're right though. Fate Zero is probably your best way to start it. Mostly because it's a prequel. Fun fact: it's a prequel
What?
for the actual Stay Night. Yes.
Yeah.
So
because it's really interesting.
yeah, Fate Zero is the prequel to it, and you get to meet. God dang it! I don't even know.
Do you remember?
I forgot his name.
Oh,
Kitsugu?
Kitsugu.
Yeah, hell yeah, dude! I still remember
Hero's
shit.
dead.
I am so glad I remembered that, and it's actually a lot more gritty. I would
Yeah,
say.
no, that Zero is like is really fucking dark compared to UBW and most of the other Fate property besides Heaven's Feel. Heaven's Feel's kind of fucked.
Oh, and no, Heaven's Feel is so scarily like uncomfortable.
Yeah,
You
there's
got-
moments
What do you
in those
mean?
movies. Oh god.
No spoilers.
What do you
I
mean
would
with
say
no
if you-
spoilers?
for the people who know, if you know, you know. For the people who don't know, go watch it and find out.
Oh
They're worth
god.
the watch. They're really good. And
Yeah.
like the animation is really fucking is great. They bring like their best it's like their best animators right then and there.
Okay.
Yeah,
Like
it's
yeah.
it's ufotable for anybody who watched Demon Slayer.
UFO table.
It's
You
Yeah,
go
it's
to the
UF
pole.
yeah, ufotable or UFO table, you know, or ufotable if you want to be fancy.
Oof.
But yeah, so but the thing is, the original Fate Stay Night that was not animated by ufotable, which is probably why a lot of people tend to skip it.
Studio Dean, right?
So
I think so.
Yeah, I believe it's Dean. The community name for it is Dean Stay Night.
Oh yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
so like with that being said as well, like what is the difference between UBW and the original? Is it just like a rehashing for like how Full Metal Alchemist had their own like thing,
No.
or
There's actually some really big divergences.
Yeah, there are a lot of differences between it. I believe it starts to diverge once you meet Ryder. Do you think?
Yeah.
Should we talk to the? Should we be talking about like who they are, or should we keep it
Like
as
their true names?
Yeah, their true names, or do we just say Ryder, Lancer?
I think we should keep it secret
Like
because it's part of the
general?
fun is
Right.
yeah, part of
Yeah.
the fun is
man.
figuring out who they are.
Yeah, so for our listeners, you guys are gonna have a great time trying to figure out the difference between Ryder of whatever. Once we start getting into Apocrypha,
Oh
no.
god.
Are they like
you're
completely
gonna have
different?
a great time. Yes,
No,
'cause
there's teams now.
yeah. Apocrypha is team.
It's a
You're
team
lying.
grill war. So there's the Rider of Black and the Rider of Red.
Yes.
What?
And I don't remember which side is which. Which side is okay, which side is what's it called? Scruffy Saber in.
I think she's red. Because that was
Scruffy Saver. What do you mean?
This is getting a lot harder. It's really hard to actually stop.
I have
mentioning
all the
name.
My Anime list pulled up. I don't like. Is there?
That's not gonna help.
Is
you.
she in there? Oh wait, I.
Saber of Red.
I see something.
That's the one.
Oh
Yes.
okay.
This is gonna be insane.
I mean, there's Saber and then there's Akano Saber. I don't.
Red Saber. that just means Saber of Red.
Okay, so is Red Aka?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. I think yeah.
Good to know. Good to know.
Hey, those 2 years those 2 years of classes actually paid off. I can tell you what Red is.
Oh man.
Okay, so let's talk about the main series. I feel like that's the best way. We can probably break this down into like how we would perceive to the watch order,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
like the proper watch order. Which again, it's all
It's all up for
different.
debate.
Yeah, it's all different. So let's talk first. Let's just get into Zero. I think
Yes.
Zero is our best bet to really get everybody into it. Or actually, would you like to explain the premise of um, the Holy Grail War for
Yeah,
us?
I could definitely do that. So, like a quick rundown of what the Holy Grail War is in general. It is a pretty much a contest between different families of mages, specifically in terms of most of the main stories. There's the three big ones, which are the Einsburns, the Matos, and the Tosakas. And so, those were the three families that originated it, if I remember correctly.
Mhm.
And pretty much what happens is they summon heroes from myth and legend in history. It can be past, present, future, anything like that. So, and then they have them. They just pretty much just duke it out, figure out who wins. But most of the time, it usually ends up with getting the master. You have to killing the master is the most effective way. So it's a lot of stuff like that. But the reason they're fighting over the Holy Grail is because it will grant any wish. Like when people like in the show, it says like any wish, but like it pretty much does mean that like anything you can possibly imagine, regardless of size or scale, will come true to some degree if you win.
Is it like one of those genie schemy wishes, or is it like will be 1-to-1?
At time, it's a bit of both.
Okay.
I'm not gonna say give specifics, but there were certain situations where some things have occurred that caused the Grail to become tainted.
Huh?
So instead of granting the wish per se 100%,
Okay.
it would be more of a like how do I describe it? It's more of like it might twist your words, kind of like how you were saying.
Okay. Yeah.
And so like yeah, so as um this is a bit I'm diving a bit deeper than we were talking about, but
That's totally fine.
there's like yeah, so there's like um it's like the corrupted grail. There's different types. There's like the lesser and the greater grail, if I remember correctly.
Yes,
And
there are two different grails.
yeah. So I think is the lesser one. I think yeah, the lesser one is the one that's usually being fought over. But there's one above that one called the Greater Grail
Mhm.
that is a bit more difficult to manage and to get.
Yeah, I believe the Greater Grail, we don't see it, right? We see it in Apocrypha, right?
Yeah, I think in Apocrypha that was kind of the basis. That's why they needed. I think that's why they needed the teams because it
Right.
was like the more powerful Grail and stuff like that.
Mhm.
Yeah. And it was also in Heaven's Field.
Yeah. I forgot
Yeah.
about that.
Okay.
So there's different grails, but one is
Yes.
just the more focused one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the TLDR for the Holy Grail War is it's a families of mages fighting to get the Holy Grail in a uh so it's anime Fortnite.
Okay.
It's probably the best way to explain it. It's a battle royale.
Oh yeah.
A battle royale
It's a battle
crazy.
it is a battle royale for the Holy Grail. Last one standing gets the Holy Grail.
Yep. That's a great way of summing it up.
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
So the premise itself is actually like super simple, but it gets what makes the Fate Zero and like Fate Stay Night, Apocrypha, and all those. What makes them really cool is like, and why I believe it has such a good following or like a really big following
Mm.
is the diversity in characters. It's a character-driven
exactly.
narrative, like more so than
Than anime.
Like that than like a plot driven narrative.
Okay, so it
Definitely.
like builds each character more in detail versus an anime as a whole.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the Holy Grail bar is just like that thing in the back. Like it's still relevant. We don't really give a shit about it. You tend to forget about it.
Mhm.
Like, oh yeah, they're fighting for this. Oh, yeah, but I care more about, these people.
Saber.
Yeah, you want to see what's going on with Saber's personal past or what's going on with Archer or something like that.
Lancer, all
Mhm.
that. Okay.
And like, yeah, the really cool thing is with Fate, like mostly in Grand Order, because Grand Order is the big funny mobile game.
I was about
I
to
lost
ask.
my
They are
FGO account, by the way. It
No
sucks.
way.
I'll the
I was
send the
so
photo next
loaded on
list.
FGO. It sucks.
Oh my god, I still play it. It still has a grip on me, and I can't escape.
When Elvin messaged me about doing the Fate episode, I was like, oh god. And then we log on to Grand Order, and I lost my Grand Order account because I deleted it from my phone.
Oh, I had that happen to me
No.
too. I had that
It's one of
happen. I had to do
those?
it from scratch. Yeah, you need a
Yeah,
fucking
it's so
code.
sad.
That's
It was crazy because I had Konyanskaya, I had Space Ishtar,
Oh, you
I
did.
had,
Oh, fuck.
I had Scotty. It was just sad.
My god, I would have.
Oh
Yeah,
man.
happened to me once. Yeah, I had to pretty much start a brand new account. I was like, oh god.
It's like that's why I don't think I can get into like games like that. Is because I have a tendency to delete apps and even games on my computer. But it's like it's more of a risk for apps because like as you said, if you delete it, it's gone. There is no
Yeah, it's just
cloud
gone.
saving, there is no a system save or
I
something
was
like that.
I was so sad. I want to see if I can contact them, if I can get it back.
It
I think if
sucks
you
that
have information, you should be able to.
it
I
sucks
might
that it's
do
not
that
account
because I
bound.
really need it.
Yeah, it's like
one of these days. One of these days, will change.
Yeah, one of these
I
days
hope.
they'll change the code of this game. One of these days they'll add autoplay.
Yeah,
my
maybe
wait,
in like
what?
20 years.
Yeah, there's no auto in the game.
So you actually have to like
Yeah, you
play
have to
it.
sit there and play it manually.
Oh
Yeah,
no.
There's a reason like why I'm so upset that I don't have Space Ishtar anymore. It's because I 3 round every map, and now I can't.
Yeah, you looks at things and things die.
It was so sad too because I'm pretty sure when I deleted it because I was like I'm not gonna play any more mobile games. I just got my what is that artifact that got you like 80%
Oh,
like NP already?
shoot.
Whatever kaleidoscope.
Yeah, yeah.
I just got my first copy of Kaleidoscope. I was so set. Like it was so good. But now I'm sad.
80% fucking noble fanta, and then you just kill everything, and so that's it.
Yep. Oh my gosh. Well, yeah. So sorry for the FGO tangent. We'll probably touch upon FGO a little bit later again because well, it's such a big part of the Fate franchise.
It really is nowadays.
All right. So let's get into Zero. So Elvin, you have not watched Zero, right?
I have not watched any Fate aside from the episodes we had watched with our group. But I've always been interested, and that's why I'm here with you to convince me and potentially
convince
the viewers, the audience, the podcast listeners as well.
I'm sure
Why
you'll
Fate
enjoy it.
should not be slept on.
I will say one that would definitely a good reason right now at least. It doesn't have a release date, but they are remaking the original visual novel.
Oh, interesting.
And if that does come out, I think that will become the golden standard on where to really start. So you can kind of get a bit of everything.
Well, like everybody wanting to play, everybody wanting to play that visual novel.
Yeah.
Or,
It was a
or are you talking
game?
about the
Yeah.
original series?
Oh yeah, no.
Are they-
So the original Fate Stay Night visual novel.
Oh, they're doing the whole thing. Oh, that's pretty
The
good.
entire remake, yeah.
Oh, they did the same thing with Tsukihime.
I do
So
gotta play that.
What?
I have not played it. I've just seen clips of it, and I was like, dude, Tsukihime is so cool. It's another
really
Type
is.
Moon like
Project.
project,
Story.
like franchise, but I guess yeah.
That's a
Okay.
whole
It's
episode
so
on
good.
itself. The
Oh,
Nazi
Yeah,
verse.
yeah.
Everything's connected.
Everything is connected. Tsukihime and Karano Kyokai?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Garden of Sinners too.
Yeah. That is that yeah. It's so good. It's so good. Garden of Sinners was actually like my first intro into Type Moon stuff. I did not start with Fate like other people. I started with Garden of Sinners. And that is dark as hell.
That shows that's a really grim show.
It was really good.
Whoa.
I'm a big fan. Man, so let's reel this back in. Let's get into our discussions on just Fate Zero in general. Like, what do you think? What do you think was the highlight of that series? Just like without avoid spoilers.
Without any
as much as
spoilers?
possible.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like, what do you think is the highlight in terms of like what makes it great?
For me, I would definitely say there's a few. I think I really like the different all the different servants that get summoned are really interesting. Especially Ryder. Ryder's my personal favorite.
Okay, I was gonna say, is Ryder your favorite? Because Ryder's my favorite.
Ryder is he kind of sells the show for me. I'm not gonna lie. Like I love the show, but he as a character just like is perfect. He's just such a good and fun character. Because like everyone else is like incredibly like yeah, he has his moments where he can be like really like stern and stuff, but he's just kind of there. He's just kind of fucking about doing whatever he wants.
Yeah, man, it fits the character, the historical character.
Exactly.
Right. Yeah. Right. This is the other thing that we skipped talking about because this is a Scuff podcast. These servants come in classes.
Oh yes.
What?
Yeah. So the servants are Saber, Assassin, Archer, what else is there? Lancer, Rider, and I'm trying to think. Caster and Berserker.
Yeah.
So there is like, is that the set, or like there could be more?
Yes,
or less?
that is the full set. Well, when the additions,
we'll talk about the others later.
We'll talk about the others once we get to Apocrypha and FGO.
Okay.
God, yeah. There's
Yeah, but so that's the whole. And these servants, as they're called, they are historical figures or figures from fantasy, like older fantasy.
Yeah, like folk tales and like old legends and stuff.
So they aren't real people.
They can be sometimes.
They can be. Some of them are real people. Some of them are not.
Mm-hmm.
Like I think we can. I mean, it gets revealed in like the first episode, so I think we can all say Saber is King Arthur. I think we can say that without having to worry about anything.
We can say Saber is King Arthur. Could we also? I think we can also spoil Archer from Zero.
Yes. Okay. I thought you were saying you could tell me. I was like,
no. Archer from Zero, because Archer from Zero is a recurring character.
Yes, he is. That's true.
In all three routes of Stay Night.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Archer from Zero is actually like when you said Ryder, I was like, oh man, Ryder's awesome. But then I realized I really, really like Gilgamesh.
That's fair. Gil is a great.
I love him. He is such an asshole.
He really is.
I think scrolling through Twitter, like here and there, I've seen like clips.
Gilgamesh is such a dick.
Yeah, he is
so great. I love to hate him, but sometimes I honestly feel myself just cheering for him. Like, fuck these mongrels trying to
have him do his
stop him
thing.
from getting full power. Oh man.
The
Yeah.
reason he fights for the Grail too is so fucking good.
Oh, I know. It's
Oh.
so good. That we won't spoil.
Yeah, but it fits so fucking perfectly with his character. It's oh god.
Yeah, and also his noble phantasm, which was really funny. I guess we can say it. I think here, but this dude literally he says, "I'm an archer, but I'm not gonna have a bow. I'm just gonna throw swords at you."
Yeah, swords, axes, anything.
Anything. He opens up his vault, and he just magically throws random weapons at you, like ancient relics.
What?
With no remorse, like at all. Like he could lose something and be like, "Oh, oops, whatever.
The best part,
I'm rich anyway."
they're supposedly all like the originals of weapons of myth and legend too. So, like for example, he has the original Excalibur in there.
What? No.
He's
What?
just waiting for it to. Yeah, he's just waiting for it to just keep going.
Yep.
So is it just like on a rotation, or is it like
No,
you just pull it out
just
and
has
he knows?
he just has so much that he can just throw shit at you and not care.
What a guy.
Dude is a top tier asshole, but yeah, no, you sometimes do cheer for him because he's just that. He is an top tier asshole, but you do cheer for him at times. I can't lie. I've done it.
Yeah.
It happened to me too.
Mm-hmm. The best part is his noble phantasm, which is like the thing that where he throws swords. It was referenced in like so many different anime, like parody.
Yeah,
anime. It is
that's
so
true.
good. But I will not spoil into that because I don't want to get into other anime because we do have a time slot.
That's true. All you gotta know is if you see a bunch of glowing circles with like swords or other things pointing out of them, that's good chance it's referencing that.
Yeah, it's referencing Gilgamesh, which is awesome. Yeah, I think my favorite part for Fate Zero is like the unconventional protagonist because he doesn't seem like a protagonist like at all.
Yeah,
he's a gritty like assassin.
Yeah, he doesn't even use magic. He just uses conventional warfare to kill people.
Yeah, his choice is gun.
What?
Gun.
Who is this?
Yeah, he said
the main character. Yeah.
Okay.
Our main protagonist,
Really?
Kiryu.
Oh.
So it's very cool, and his dynamic with Saber, who's all honor and all
exactly. Oh, it's so good.
Versus like the gritty, I will do what I need to. I don't care how much lying manipulation I need to do. I'm just gonna get it done, and that's what made. I think that's what really made this series like worth watching. Even like outside of the Fate franchise, if you don't want to watch any Fate series after this, just watch Zero, man. Zero just for like the really cool character.
No, I agree completely. Yeah, because his arc is so fucking good. Because he'll kill anyone. He'll kill anyone, anything, just to achieve his own goal.
In any method that he feels fit, makes it even better.
Yeah, exactly. Also, he's voiced by Matt Mercer in the dub.
Oh, is he really? I didn't know that. Oh, maybe I rewatch it in the dub now.
The dub is surprisingly really good, actually.
Just for Zaddy, Matt.
You. Yes, of course.
Yeah, no, it's Matt Mercer. I was like, oh, I know this voice when I first watched it.
Of course, of course. He has just a very like notable and memorable voice at this point.
Yeah,
he's made his mark.
Oh yeah,
no, definitely.
All right, so let's get. How about we get into the next series? So let's do. Do you have any closing points for Fate Zero?
Actually, yeah, I would say for Zero, it's definitely one of those where It's a really good introduction. It introduces you to the general magecraft of the universe a tiny bit,
Mm,
because that does play a really big part throughout the rest of the series, because you see all the different families who specialize in these different type of magecraft. So it's also
mhm.
really cool because you get to see younger versions of our protagonist from Stay Night, which is very interesting.
Oh, really?
Hmm.
Do we? Oh,
Yeah,
we
remember?
do. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
You're right. You're right.
So they don't show up too much, but they do appear, and they're like little like, hey, look,
It's like
you
hinting
know, yeah, it's
on
like,
the
hey,
future.
Oh, this little shithead.
exactly.
Who's
Yeah,
this
because
little fucker?
who's this little shit? Because yeah, you'll see plenty of characters from Zero in Stay Night, so it's neat.
So there is like some sort of time, like
This
time
is a
skip,
timeline. Like,
timeline.
yeah. So this is the one where I would say Fate Zero is finite in terms of like what happens. There's no alternative routes through Zero. It's just Zero.
Zero.
Yeah, it's just
Okay.
Zero is very standalone. You don't really have to watch anything else. You can just kind of
Okay,
watch Zero and be done with it. Yeah,
Start from zero.
yeah. You start Zero, and then you just keep going. And yeah, like you were saying, honestly, Zero is one of those things. If you just want to watch Zero and stop there, it's worth a watch just for that alone, in my opinion.
Mhm.
No, I agree. I agree. All right. Let's get into the Fate round. This is where it gets all wonky, stupid.
Oh God, yeah. This is when things start really going crazy.
Okay. So with the original Fate round, this is the Saber route. This is the one where you chose in the visual novel. You would have chosen Saber as your original, as your like female protagonist.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that she's your heroine in this one, and it
Mhm.
focuses more on um, deepening the uh, deepening the relationship between Shiro, who is our main protagonist, Shiro Emiya, um, and Saber. It's also the show where the people die when they are killed meme came from.
What?
The classic.
The classic meme of people die when they are killed.
People die if they're killed.
Yes, it happened in Dean's Day Night, which is the original Fate.
So they
Fate
kept
Night.
it.
Oh no! It's just that's what happened. That's what they put in the anime. And I was like, all right,
Die
cool.
if they get killed.
Yes, so that's where that original meme came.
Okay. Good to know.
And here I think we can speak on our character, right? Because the characters will stay consistent.
Oh yeah,
throughout.
definitely.
And how about this? Let's do when we reference for the audience, when we reference Fate, when we just say Fate, we are referencing Fate Stay Night, the original route. For Unlimited Blade Works, we will use UBW. And for Heaven's Feel, we'll just say Heaven's Feel because why not?
That would
Right?
make things. Yeah, that would make things a lot
That,
easier.
that makes
'Cause you
things
can't just
easier,
say
and it's
fate.
Like,
Yeah,
which
and it-
one?
and it improves clarity for listeners.
Mhm.
Exactly.
All right, you guys want to get into the characters? All right, I
Yeah.
guess Elvin, have you gone into the characters so far?
Only
I don't really
gone-
know.
You've met a few.
I've met a few,
Met a
but not
few,
all of
yeah.
them. But I mean, with the research I've done with the merch and stuff, I've already seen what they look like.
You,
I
you
made
did
the
the one for
connection.
Apocrypha. I don't think you know it.
I know Knight. I know fucking UVW. That's to the
Okay.
extent of what I've seen.
All right, that's good. All right. So I guess our key characters that stay consistent between all of them, really, in terms of like relevance,
Mhm.
are Shiro, obviously, Saber, Rin,
Mhm.
Archer, and to a degree Sakura.
Yeah, sometimes she gets thrown to the wayside, but then there's other moments where like she plays a pivotal part in some certain situations.
I believe in Stay Night, she's there for like a good amount.
Yeah, I think
right?
it's UBW. I think
Yeah,
where she just kind of exists in the
yeah,
background.
it's UVW where she just disappears after like episode 5.
And you're like, oh, where did she go? And he's like, don't worry about it. Focus on other characters. You're like, oh,
Yeah,
all right.
don't worry about Sakura. Oh, you like Sakura? Well, you can
Too
watch
bad.
Feel instead.
He's like, go watch the movies.
Yeah. So those are our consistent characters, like mainly talked about. And let's get into Shiro. I hate this little shit.
Oh.
No,
I
I
hate-
see what I know what you mean. I think I've come around to him as
Really?
the show goes on. He becomes better.
Like, how would you
Okay.
describe him? Aside from
Very
little
idealistic.
shit.
Idealistic?
Yeah, he's
Okay,
very
so he's very-
idealistic.
Okay.
Because in all the different routes with Shiro, he kind of takes on a different part of his sense of morals. So,
Mhm.
like in Heaven's Feel, he's more he's more going down the Kyutsugu route of I'm willing to do anything to save this one person. While in UBW, it's more just like I want to kind of, even if my ideals are wrong, I still want to go through with them and kind of prove people wrong, stuff like that. Stay Night, I don't remember off the top of my head, but
Yeah, in Stay Night, he's more or less the same. He's the same character in Stay Night and Heaven's Feel. I would
yeah, that's fair.
not Heaven's Feel. UBW.
UBW, yeah.
Yeah.
So you see like different. He's the same character throughout, but you kind of see him go through different like changes in his morals
like,
and like
pick
what he
up.
stands for. Yeah.
Mhm.
Different. Okay.
Sometimes he's more like his dad. Sometimes he's more his own person.
So it really
because
depends on the day.
Yeah, it really
It
depends
really
on
does.
which
It really
route.
does.
I'll stand for this today and then not that.
Yeah.
Depending on which route you choose, that will determine.
Yeah, I would say
Okay.
within Stay Night, or Fate, he is more, I guess he's more determined in his goal. So his goal in Stay Night and Heaven's Feel more or less are the same, just with two different people. With Unlimited Blade Works, the reason why I really like Unlimited Blade Works is because he kind of just takes the backseat to our next character, which is
That's
Rin.
true. Yeah.
Because I feel like Unlimited Blade Works is I like Rin, and Rin is awesome. Like route.
No, that's completely fair. Rin and UBW is more the protagonist in my opinion too.
Yeah, for sure. Shiro's just there.
Yeah,
He just
has his moments.
He just unfortunately has Saber.
He certainly has his moments though. I will say.
He does have his moments. He's so the other thing about him is that I forgot what they're called. His magical circuit or mage circuits.
Oh, Magic Crest.
Magic Crest.
Yeah.
His is very weak. So, but he has the unfortunate, or I guess, fortunate for him, unfortunate for Saber, like situation where he's the one who is Saber's master. And in order for Saber to be more powerful and be able to use her noble phantasm and all that, she needs to sap magic from him. But he has very low magic. Yeah. So he is the random dude that just got put into the situation, and he's not very good at magic. But I mean, it's a cool story, and Hero has his moments, but I still don't. You know who I do like though? I like Rin. Rin's awesome.
Rin is really. He is a great character.
Rin is awesome. Would you like to talk about Rin for us?
Yeah. So Rin let's specifically UBW. She currently is the head of the Tosaka mage family for reasons I will not go into. for
Mhm.
spoilers for both Zero and UBW, but
I wonder.
currently, yeah. So she's currently the head of the mage family, and so since this is kind of something, this is one of the things she grew up to do. She was getting ready to be part of this war when she was right when when the next Great War happened, which
Mhm.
happened to be 10 years from the 1 and 0.
Yes,
And
this is the
so
fifth Holy Grail Warrior, right?
yeah, it's the fifth.
Okay.
And if I remember, it's like the shortest time span between the two. And
Yeah.
it's been because it's usually like 50 years or some shit like
Okay,
that.
I was about to say, it's like, is it always like a set amount of years for another war to start?
Yeah, so there's usually
Mm,
a time frame, and then
yeah.
but
I
then
believe
yeah,
it's
the
like
fact
every
that
half century, right?
yeah, something like yeah, I think so. That's why there's only been like not even like double digits of them yet,
Okay.
Yeah.
because the ritual was started for a while back. But Rin is now, like I said, like she is the head, so she's been put into the war, and so she tried to summon Saber, but things did not go the way she planned. But that doesn't really stop her. She kind of just keeps going, keeps progressing on, and everything. And throughout the show, you see that she kind of she at the start she kind of tries to put on this facade of like I know what I gotta do type of thing, but you kind of see like a different side of her throughout the rest of the show, which is really interesting.
So it's like character progression,
Yeah, she has a really good character
development.
arc, honestly, with
Mm.
Shiro alongside her as well. It's really interesting to see. But
Yeah.
she in UBW, she does kind of take the spotlight at times, which is
Yeah.
very good to see.
You missed the most important part about Rin.
Oh,
She's a tsundere.
yeah, I forgot about that.
I was waiting. I was waiting for someone to point that out. From
If I dare I say, like one of the
I would be the
definitive.
one to point it out. What do you mean?
yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm like, this is totally an Eli character, 100%.
I got the lore, and then we got the other important bits.
Of course. We need a little bit of degeneracy.
Exactly.
Yeah. I'm here to provide for it, man. I'm filling the
I'm
spots that
all
we're missing.
I'm all for it.
Oh man. Yeah. So Rin is such a cool character, especially like her progression within UBW, like specifically. And even like how she stays relevant in Heaven's Feel.
Yeah, she plays a really big part there. Now I'm really thinking about it.
Yeah. So I like part. A lot of people say that Shiro is the main protagonist, but like maybe Shiro is the main protagonist in the original Fate, but within UVW and Heaven's Feel, I feel like Rin really does do a lot more,
She
and she's
does.
also
I
like
agree.
she's like a very competent mage too, which makes it even better.
Exactly.
And
Mm.
you can see that sort of like progression as between series, like I guess skipping timelines or merging timelines. I don't know. It's hard to
I
explain.
think yeah, it's
I can't.
divergent. Divergence is probably the best way to say
Yeah,
it.
divergent timelines. Okay, and then our last one, who is also Rin's sister. Is that a spoiler? I don't think that's a spoiler.
No,
Mm.
no, it's not. And it's it's brought up like really early into Zero.
Okay,
And
I
it's
feel like
like
it was brought up early in Zero, and it was also brought up in UBW.
yeah. No, I wouldn't say that was a spoiler.
Okay, cool. Is Sakura, who, yes, Elvin, Rin is one of my favorite characters, but I, for some freaking reason, love Sakura. I
Yeah,
don't
no,
know why.
I can
I
also
really
see it.
don't.
This is a
Because she's either really annoying or like really awesome.
Honestly, I'm kind of right there with you after watching Heaven's Feel, especially. I'm like, damn, she's actually really fucking cool.
Right?
like annoying in what way? And awesome in what way?
Okay, so she is awesome in the sense that the she's awesome in the sense that she is like that sort of grounded character within UBW, where she's just like she's there to exist and care, like actually like thinks about like the very basic, needs of like people actually existing.
Okay.
And then like that's what makes her like really cool. And then also once you get into Heaven's Feel and like the backstory behind her being a like her having magic or like being somewhat keyed into the Holy Grail War, it becomes like she becomes an even better character. She's annoying because she just doesn't leave Shinji alone. She's like a desperate little puppy. And that is the that is my take. Sakura. I don't know about you.
No, I'm pretty much right there with you. Like, yeah, she definitely has her moments. She can come off as annoying, but I think like you said, it is really interesting. You kind of see her put the pieces together when like Shiro's trying to hide the fact he's in the Holy Grail War. She kind of realizes it, but doesn't say anything, and you kind of see it throughout the show, which is really fun.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, I guess another person that like somewhat is relevant, and I know Elvin would have seen this character already, but Ilya.
Oh my god, I was about to mention her actually.
Yeah,
I was watching Zero with my girlfriend and she fucking hates her.
Ilya Zero von Einsburn.
Von Eisburn.
And you will
incredibly German name.
You will see the connection with Ilya and in this current Holy Grail War, but the overall story between like the Fate Zero into Fate Stay Night if you watch Fate Zero. Because we don't want to get into any spoilers.
Yeah.
But Ilya is really cool. I like her. I don't know about you guys.
I don't mind her. I think Zero, you don't see her too much. I think I think Heaven's Feel really does change a lot of opinions on characters sometimes, because it's like a 180 on like what you're used to.
It's like a character
like,
development packed into a movie.
Really, it really is at times.
Yeah, like you get to see everybody in like a different light. With like again, with Heaven's Feel, as much as it is focused on Sakura, it also focuses a bit more on Ilya.
Yeah, exactly.
And Ilya as a character is very interesting because I believe I can't. Can I say it? It's mentioned. No. Her origin in terms of like what she is.
I think you can, because the Einsburns do specialize in that, so it does make sense, and I think people do. It's kind of a given with Zero, and even a little bit not UBW per se, but I think it should be fine.
Okay, well, Ilya is the offspring of a human and a homunculus, which is a basically a fake human, a magically generated human.
She's a homunculus.
She's a half homunculus. Homunculus? Homunculi.
Homunculi?
What?
Yeah.
What?
Yes, because her mother is a homunculus while her father is a human. So she is a half
Father's a
homunculus.
freak.
Hey, the homunculus. When you see, I'm sorry, but when you see Ilya's mom, you'd understand.
Oh, I see the picture. I'm just saying, who created her?
I mean,
She's a baddie.
Talk to the head of the Einsburn family.
There you go. There you go. Man, so yeah, Ilya's really cool. You want to talk about the what's it called? Our servants within this time.
Yeah, definitely. There's some of the
servants are the same within all three of like Heaven's Feel, Unlimited Blade Works, and Fate.
Yeah, and they're really fucking cool. I can't lie.
Yeah.
Some of my favorite servants are a part of the UBW, the Stay Night in general verse.
Who's your favorite?
Oh, fuck.
That was a question.
Uh,
That's the
Thank you for saying
question.
That is the
I'm going to be-
question.
shit. There's like, okay. They're all cool. They're all cool. But if I had to choose one, I
was
had to
gonna-
narrow it down.
I was gonna give you a pass and do a top 3.
Top 3? Okay. I'll do top 3.
Ooh.
Good.
But I mean, his top 1 would have to still be his 1.
That's true.
Okay. All right, fair enough. Fair
It's
enough.
just a more broad, you know.
I'm in it
For
the chaos.
me,
Come on.
it would be Archer, Rider, and probably Lancer.
No.
Is that going
Saber.
up? Is that going up or down?
Archer up top. Yeah. So,
Archer up top.
down.
Okay.
Okay.
I don't know
Uh,
Saber. It's surprising. It's a very tight squeeze. So
Mhm. Saber would probably
Saber's
be the fourth.
definitely up there.
Dude, I don't know. Like, I'm trying to think of mine. I am.
Yeah. See. Probably easier.
Yeah, no, that's why I deflected. What do you mean? That's the whole point of this.
Mhm.
I deflected. I guess my favorite is Lancer for sure. Like, that was-
yeah.
Lancer.
Cocky
Character is
looking.
awesome. Really freaking cool. He's like such an interesting character, and like our first real like introduction to a servant, and his sequence in Heaven's Feel. He has one sequence
Oh.
where he is so fucking badass.
I know exactly what you're talking. Yeah.
Like, that was awesome, and it just solidified that he's my favorite. But I really like Lancer. I would say 2 would be Caster. Yes. I love to hate. I love villain, and I love hating Eric.
She is very schemy.
And she is so cool, and like the story for her, once you get into like, again, as also somebody who like likes to read like history stuff and like myth, that
Oh, that's fair.
her identity is so awesome, and it makes so much sense. But yeah, I love her. And my third, again, someone you didn't mention, but Berserker.
Oh, yes.
Ooh.
Like, not only is Berserker really as a really cool character, just in the fucker doesn't talk,
Oh.
but like,
Just
you know, but
yells.
you know there's something there, and you get to see it in one of the what's it called, in one of the routes, probably the best way to put it. And also Berserker. I mean, that's so
Oh
funny.
God.
I'm sorry.
Berserker.
I
know-
Berserker. It's just like the way Ilya says it the first time. I was just like, this is awesome. I don't even care if it's lame. But if this is Berserker, then we're lit.
Berserker. Hell yeah. I fucking love that shit.
I am all for it. I am all for it.
God.
It's so
Carnival
good.
Phantasm, man.
Really, yep, Carnival Phantasm. All right. So do you want to get into? Let's get into the differences, and like we are moving a little bit slow in terms of trying to meet our
I was
deadline.
gonna say it's either you
Yeah.
sum it up here and then move to, I would assume, is Apocrypha.
Yeah.
Or-
So do you have any?
Definitely.
Yeah, we can do that. I think. Do you have any closing statements on Unlimited Blade Works? Just the Fate stay for this.
Yeah, I can definitely think of some. So definitely, when it comes to those, like that kind of back to like the watch over type thing. When you do stay night after, you can kind of go whatever direction you want, which is really nice. because you can if you have a favorite character, you can kind of just find the route that you want, and then you're all good. And you can just kind of enjoy that one, and then kind of if you want to continue, you can keep going. So it's really flexible. So it's good that you're able to kind of do that type of stuff. Because like on one hand, like, you know, if you like Saber, you do Stay Night. If you like Rin, you'll do Unlimited Blade Works. If you like Sakura, you do Heaven's Feel. But it's kind of one of those things where like
You want
there's
to
enough
watch
different.
everything.
Yeah, exactly. It's like you like going. I like going back and like rewatching it just so I can be like, oh, here's the little differences that kind of appear.
Analysis, you know, it's like how you
Exactly.
you go back to watching your favorite anime and then catch something. It's like, I didn't notice this.
Yeah, there's
the
like some
first time
foreshadowing or
around.
something.
It's like, whoa, yeah, I love doing that. It's like I've like watched something and then I rewatch it because I'm like, you know, there's nothing new that catches my eye, even though there always is. But at the same time, it's like, let me just watch this for the sake of me having like enjoyed it so much, and then you catch something. It's like, whoa, I didn't see that the first time around. This is actually pretty sick.
Yeah, that's exactly how it goes for me. Because like, I've rewatched Fate more than I have started other animes. So,
I mean,
and like, my watch list is fucking huge. But
there
like,
is a
I just like
yeah,
find
100%.
myself.
Same.
I just find myself where I'm like, I just want to watch Fate again.
Like nothing can top it vibe.
Yeah, a little bit. Like personally, I think it's my personal favorite series. Like, I can't choose really one I like the most. I just like Fate as a whole. I really fucking enjoy.
So what's your second anime, huh?
Second,
If it isn't Fate, anything Fate.
Licorice Recoil.
Okay.
I
Okay.
just recall. I have not watched that. I haven't watched
Neither
anime
have
in
I,
so
so-
long.
I've been stuck on a just anything but anime binge.
I mean, that's fair. That's very fair.
Yeah.
Kind of have to
That's-
watch it when the feeling's right.
Mm-hmm.
Alrighty. Would you guys like to get into? Would you like to get into Apocrypha and any of the other?
Oh god, yeah.
Others?
Apocrypha. We can probably do
The others?
Apocrypha in a bit of grand order.
Yeah, we can do Apocrypha in Grand Order. I think that's the best. And then, like, if we have like 5 or 10 minutes at the end, we'll touch upon the the others.
The others?
Yeah.
The others.
Very interesting. Mm-hmm.
Yes.
The others. The others.
the
I
other
have
one.
But I
not
still want to
watched.
kind of reserve the last 10 minutes for like a brief, you know. I have a couple questions.
Of course.
Sure.
So
I'm surprised
I got
that
you.
I remembered this much about Fate. So
this is
You remember the
a whole
good
brush up, yeah. Note
I
that
think
Eli,
great
prior
series.
to this, in a like pre-call, it was like, I don't remember much. Completely, almost is like the second to this entire podcast.
Yeah, I totally did not pull up all of the thing on Wiki.
You know what?
Brushed up
Sometimes
real
that's what you
quick.
gotta do.
I definitely didn't mute and just put all of the Fate series on Wiki. Totally didn't do that. I swear.
Uh-huh.
It's all right. I need the Fate
Self-exposing
wiki.
is crazy.
I need to pull up the wiki real quick. It's all good. Just
Yeah, we'll be fine. But no, I'm actually surprised I actually remembered so much of this. And like, even like the wiki doesn't say that much shit anyway. Okay, so let's
wiki
get to
is very convoluted. Yeah.
yeah. Like I looked at it. I was like, I'm not gonna follow this. I'm just gonna say shit. All right, but Fate Apocrypha, the which Holy Grail war is it in terms of timeline?
Ooh, so if I remember, Fate Apocrypha, that is. Oh, shoot.
Even the
I
image you
think-
sent does not say it, but it does
I
say
think this is
1930s.
an alternate. Oh,
Oh,
Alright,
it's,
so
yes,
I remember
it's a
now.
parallel, right?
Yeah, so this is an alternative fifth Holy Grail war because
What?
Fourth Holy Grail War. Oh
Alright,
no,
gonna-
I know it's the fifth. It is the fifth. You're right.
yeah, because what
Oh.
happens? Bit of some lore exposition real quick here. Uh, World War II happened, and the Nazis stole the Grail.
What?
The Nazis
And
In
then
stole
they
the
this?
brought
Holy
it to
Grail.
Germany. Yeah, so they bring it to Germany, and then that's where the Fifth Holy Grail War starts. Because it gets the Nazis plunder it from Japan and bring it to Germany.
Correct.
What is the Fate
Yes.
series anymore?
We don't know.
Don't yeah, crazy things after you get past Stay Night.
just smile and nod and pretend like you're following, because this is the weird thing that also like gets me completely like fucked.
Mhm.
All right.
Oh, God.
So what makes Fate Apocrypha unique? I think
So
is the multiple, right? It's the two
yeah, the
teams.
multiple teams, which is a really interesting.
is
Also
Good.
having Joan as a ruler
Yes.
is
Having
also a unique.
yes. Having and also not only did we have our usual like servant classes, but we also got one extra class, which is super cool. What made it really sick. And again, it leaned into what made Fate so fun to watch. Is that like you have all this mismatch of characters that you get to really like work with.
There's a lot too, especially on this one.
Oh yeah, there's definitely a lot for this one. But thankfully with this one there's a pretty clear like protagonist that we're following,
Mhm.
more or less.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Like we have Sieg, which is who's our main protagonist. But
Mhm.
before we do that, let's break down the different factions. There's the black faction and the red faction.
Oh yeah.
Would you like to try to say the name of the black faction? Because
God
it's
damn fuck.
I mean, I could always try, but
It's like-
oh, actually, yes. Let's have
Yeah, Elvin, let's have you give this a
What?
shot.
I will put it in the I'll put it in the chat. This is the family that is the black. I would like for you to
oh my
say
god, what
that.
is that?
It's a name.
It's a name.
Is it Igdemillennia?
Yes.
trying to-
Okay, yeah,
Yes.
that was actually pretty close.
That was good. Igdemillennia. Yeah.
I
That was
was
really
like thinking
close.
because you had mentioned German, so I'm like, let me
Put
let me
put
get that.
in, yeah.
You know, what is that?
Yeah, so
Oh.
that's the first team, which is the black faction.
They're really. I like them more.
Really?
Yes. It's only because of. No. Like I just like them more.
The switch up
Like,
is
like,
real.
all of them are awesome.
Mm.
There's like maybe let me see. Like there are two characters in the red faction that I like.
Can I
Two.
take a
Yeah.
guess?
Yeah, go for it.
Saber.
Yeah.
Oh shit, the second one might be tough actually. There's a lot of good characters. Fuck.
Oh, I guess through. Oh, wow, never mind. They have so many good ones. Oh my gosh.
Red Team does have a lot of really funny characters. My personal favorite is Caster.
You like Caster? Oh, Caster's awesome. He
He's
is
just-
actually.
He doesn't do shit.
He's
he's
the
there.
ultimate troll. I love. Yes,
He
you're right.
is. I love him.
He's the
I
ultimate
want to
troll.
say who he is, but I can't. It's so.
I know.
Ah,
Now you have to watch it to find out. It's so good.
This is
Well, I
red
will-
faction.
Yes,
yeah,
the
the
Okay.
red
faction.
faction.
But the writer of Red though,
Oh yeah.
he's very cool. And in the English dub, I didn't actually watch it. I don't know what how well he did.
Oh, I know
But
why.
He's voiced by Joe Zicha, who is
AKA
Claude
Claude from Three
from
Houses.
Three Houses.
He does so well. So I can only imagine how he is in a Apocrypha.
Yes.
If I remember the dub, he actually does a really good job in Apocrypha.
And Archer Red is voiced by I forgot her name, but she voiced Dorothea
Are you?
in Three Houses. Yeah.
When did Three
Okay,
Houses
I-
come out? A segue, like not a segue, but like a
No,
little like
Well,
because what Apocrypha came out in 2017.
Apocrypha came out. No, it
oh, don't
came
tell
out
me
a lot
that.
sooner. No, it came out a
Because
lot
it says
sooner. I believe.
2017.
Really?
Yeah.
Hey,
Oh
really?
man, we're old.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I guess it didn't get dubbed until later.
Maybe.
That might be it. Yeah.
Oh no.
Oh.
Three Houses. But continuing. Sorry.
Oh, that's a good.
No, you're good. You're good. But yeah. So those are our characters we're working with, and I like the other thing about Apocrypha was done not through a visual novel. It was actually a manga series, I believe.
I think
Right?
you're right. Yeah. I think it was either that or a light novel. I think it was a manga. Yeah, you're right.
So Fate's Day
Yeah.
was a
A visual novel.
visual novel, and Apocrypha
Yeah.
was a manga.
Manga. Yeah.
Whoa.
So the source is different, which is why it's like linear compared to the multiple
The stories.
whatever the hell you want to call. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the multiple routes. Like we have one route to worry about, and this is the definitive route. So
Exactly. Don't
like,
gotta worry.
yes, you don't have to worry. So like people can skip the whole Fate's Day if they really don't want to deal with.
Like one and
Like
done.
if they
with
can't if they
Apocrypha.
can't run their brain. But you can just watch Apocrypha. Apocrypha was not done by by Ufotable. I don't remember what studio did
A1.
it. A1.
Oh, was it A1?
Oh, okay.
It was A1.
Oh shoot.
Okay, so they were done by A1 Pictures. It's sick.
I actually really liked it. Yeah. I agree.
They did a really good job trying to follow up the Fate, like UBW. Like obviously they're no Ufotable, but like
Yeah,
the visuals in this
Ufotable
is still really good.
Has a very
Yeah.
distinguished, like when it comes to anime. Like you can get, like I was like, what? It was made by UFO UFO
Really?
Table. Fate's Day. I was like, whoa, this is completely like different in comparison to like Demon Slayer. It's like how crazy it is from like from it being like one like animation style to another. Because with
They
A1
focus more- okay.
is a complete like you can tell it can be A1 because of how it's drawn and animated as well.
That's true.
Yes.
They have
Yeah.
a distinct
Ufotable.
look.
Yeah, Ufotable did like what they ended up doing for the Fate Stay Night franchise was they focused more on like sharper colors, like in contrast with dark backgrounds.
Mhm.
Whereas Fate Apocrypha, they lean into the heavy fantasy, which is like
Yeah.
really cool. So, but yeah.
Okay.
So let's get into that. So getting into Fate Apocrypha, it's two factions fighting for the same, fighting for the Holy Grail. This time it's for the greater Holy Grail, which is why we had to make that. Yeah, this is why we had to make that distinction in the beginning of the episode. Where this is a big one. That's why we have
So
our.
this is the big
Yes.
boy, not the lesser one.
Yeah,
Yeah,
this
it's
is
the
the
big.
big
This is
one.
the true Grail.
Okay.
So we have our set. So we have our usual 14, but would you like to speak about our 15th, our
Oh,
newer?
of course. Everyone's favorite Joan d'Arc as the ruler class.
And the merch that is out now on moeandtoast.com.
Hell yeah! So the thing the ruler is there for, since it's such a big war, the Grail summons a ruler to kind of preserve the rules and laws that the heroic spirits kind of need to follow during the Holy Grail War. And to make sure like none of the rules get broken or anything. And these heroic spirits are usually like what was it? They're usually they're some of the most powerful out there. So like it's like kind of I'd say like iconic, like Joan d'Arc, for example.
Yeah,
And
Jean
like
d'Arc, it's really cool.
yeah, and they're just like to preserve human history. So like if with so many heroic spirits running around, they don't want anything really going south. Because
Yeah.
that would be very bad.
Yeah, that would be very bad. But yeah, so what the ruler does, what Jean d'Arc does, she's also a companion to the to our main protagonist, Sieg. And
yeah.
like you see sort of the development of them as they go along this go along with the story, which is weird and kind of like it's weird for the rules like officiate to be attached to a character that
Taking
is
sides.
that is within like one side of the faction.
Yeah.
Right? Like it's a little bit of fucky wuckiness, but it's okay.
Exactly. Just like
It's fine. It's fine. All right. You want to talk about the factions real quick because our times are going. So yeah. So the Black faction. We have who do you like, or can you speak about the Black faction? Do you want me to do the premise of it? Them.
I'm sorry.
As a family. Yeah. Yeah.
I was waiting for that.
So the Black faction is the Millennia family, right? And all of the like all of the masters are all within that family except for 2, I believe.
I think there's one that. Is it 2? I think you're right. Yeah, because I know there's one that summons assassin. Well, not even summons assassin, but becomes her master.
Yes.
Because things.
Yeah. So it's that one. It's her, and obviously, Sieg, who's technically part of the Yigna Millennia family, but it's more of the Yigna Millennia family.
Yeah, it's a little complicated for him.
Yeah,
he's got some different loyalties.
Yes, exactly. He is a homunculus that gains sentience in a way, like free will rather.
Yeah.
But they have a really fun group of characters, I would say.
The Black faction, I agree.
They have it's like a fun family dynamic. And it as much as they are assholes, they're also like really cool. And like you can tying a family aspect within the story is always really fun. It allows viewers to see the different dynamics, and it allows the writers to even come up with a better dynamic for the families. Like everybody will always back each other up, regardless of whatever. Yeah. Do you have a favorite servant or multiple?
Oh.
Or even a favorite character?
Top 3.
Top 3. We can do top 3. We have time. We can push the our timeline.
If we're doing both servants and masters, because there's so many, for me it would definitely be Caster of Red, because he's just a guy being a guy.
Within the Black faction.
Within the Black. Oh yes, I actually do. I actually really like what? Who was it? Berserker of Black's really a fun character.
Yes, I agree with that one.
And Kalis, I think his name is the master of Berserker of Black. he's also really cool. I enjoy his character a lot.
Yeah, I think both of those, like that, just that pairing is so endearing.
Yeah, that's part of the one of the reasons when there's so many scenes with like revolving around the Black family. That's always one of the things I've always enjoyed the most when it's like, oh, now we're gonna focus on these two guys. I'm like, hell yeah.
Yeah. Again, really feeding into the whole character-driven narrative, being able to explore the character in like their very short runtime.
That's true. Yeah.
Yeah. So they did a really good job in doing that. So Elvin, you mentioned Astolfo.
Oh wait.
Yes.
Are you an Astolfo fan?
No.
Really?
I'm all for the memes.
Dude, Astolfo as a character is dope.
I feel it would be like, it gives me the same vibes as, if you know, ReZero.
Fair enough. Fair enough. But like,
No, I get
Astolfo
that.
is so cool.
Omega Troll.
He's like the ultimate homie.
I
Astolfo
bet.
does have some really strong moments in the show. I can't lie.
Like if I had to have one of them, like choosing from the servants of Black, like if I had to choose, I'd definitely pick Astolfo as like my best friend.
Really?
Like I would, yeah, because that dude's a freaking homie. Like all the weird shit, whatever, but like in the end, Astolfo's a homie.
Okay.
Yeah.
Change my perspective.
And also you have to watch it to understand, but like trust me, like such a cool character outside of like the weird shit.
Mhm.
But then like the other cool character is within like the Servants of Black is also the Assassin of Black, right? Because it is such an interesting take on a historical figure that it really made it so like it gave a different perspective, and like it shows how creative the Fate writers really are with
And the artist went a little too creative. That's all I'm gonna say.
Well, okay, yeah, they went a little. They took a lot of liberties within.
They really did.
But within just the mythos between that, for that like historical figure being kind of like dissected and changed to create this one new original character is really cool.
Yeah, I think they did a good job. Design's a bit, but
yeah, the design is a little, fuck you.
It's it's a little, it's a choice, but the character is really good though.
Yes, exactly. How much do you remember about the actual like history behind the Red faction? Because I can't
Red, I know a good bit more.
Okay, so can you give us the what the Red faction is, or rather, like who consists of the Red faction?
Yeah, so the Red faction is mostly more a mercenary group. So instead of being a family, these members are selected by the Clock Tower, which is the big mage like school and like hierarchy pretty much. And the reason they've hired a bunch of these different like freelancers and stuff is to prevent the Black faction from defecting from the Clock Tower with the power of the Greater Grail. And so some of the masters would include Karya, who is the master of the Saber of Red and a necromancer.
Cool.
Then here's the name that's gonna really mess with everyone real quick. Shiro Kotomine.
What?
Yep.
Wait, what? Huh?
There's a fun character named Shiro Kotomine, who is a Inquisitor of the Church and the Master of Assassin of Red.
Yeah. Yeah. Yep.
What?
And there's plenty of times where people are like, wait a minute.
Yeah.
That sounds familiar.
That's
Wait
not
a
only that, but
second.
just look at his face and like his name.
Yeah,
It
it
just
fucks
spoke
you
to
up.
everybody. Yeah.
It fucked with me when I first like, wait a fucking second.
Looking
Like,
at
if
a
there-
picture.
Yeah,
Oh,
I know.
no way.
I feel like they did that shit on purpose because they're like,
Oh,
oh, let's
100%.
Oh
fuck
yeah, for
everyone.
sure. For sure. They
Let's
definitely
fuck
did.
with everyone real quick.
Oh,
But
God.
yeah,
Yeah.
no, they're pretty much just like a group of mercenaries hired by the clock tower to kind of stop them.
Mm. The clock tower being the major
Is it
like
antagonist?
the major like no not antagonist, but it's like a governing order.
Yeah,
for
they're
all
like
majors.
imagine like Hogwarts or the Ministry of Magic combined from Harry
Okay.
Potter.
Yeah, exactly. That is the best way to explain it.
Okay.
It's like a school, but there's also like the governing wizard bit above it.
Mhm.
Mm.
And yeah, so the Black Faction is trying to leave because if they get the Grail, they'll have the power to. And so they become like the most powerful mage family. And so the Clock Tower is like, no, you're not allowed to do that. So we're gonna hire a bunch of these mercenaries to come kick your ass.
Exactly. It's so cool. But yeah.
It is really interesting. Also, the servants of Red they're all great. They're all
Yeah.
very good.
So who's your favorite within the Servants of Red?
Servants.
Or like any ones that really stick out?
Mhm.
I said it before, but Caster definitely. He's
Oh yeah.
you don't think too much of him until the very end, and then you're like, oh, what the fuck?
Yeah. He is such a troll. I love it.
He's a massive troll, but he has some very hidden power that
Yes.
doesn't get revealed for a while. But when it does, you're like, holy shit!
Yeah. Then you're like, oh,
Like
he has
why?
more.
Huh? He becomes fucking. He's honestly my favorite. He really is just a fucking clown the entire time too, and it's great.
Yeah.
Anytime he's on
so good.
screen, it's fun.
Yeah, you'll always either expect a laugh or a what the fuck whenever he's
Yeah,
on.
exactly.
Yeah. I think for the Servants of Red, it's not that one particular sticks out to me, but more of a pairing between the Archer of Red and the Rider of Red.
That is
I
such
think
yes.
because
Yeah,
they
yeah,
had
yeah.
such a great dynamic, and it was that kind of like weird brother sister like platonic relationship that they had that really kind of made both characters better, because I
No, I
think
agree.
if you take them like as individuals, they're not that interesting, but when you add their dynamic throughout the series, they get so much better.
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
I completely agree with you on that one.
But also the Servants of Red has like the most forgettable berserker. Like they have the most forgettable servant, which is Berserker. Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
It's just normal
yeah,
berserker.
yeah. You're right. I was like, who the fuck is the berserker? I'm like, oh, I remember now.
Yeah, that was the one thing I had to look up. I was just like, who the hell is the Berserker of Red? I knew everybody else except for the Berserker. I'm like, oh yeah, this fucker. Yeah, no, forgettable.
He is, yeah. Well, I mean, I will say, when he's on screen, it's certainly funny, but no, he really is. He is quite forgettable.
Yeah, so like that was the one downside I think for the Servants of Red, is that they have like that one really forgettable servant, but other than that, they were like really good. The dynamic between Kyrie and Saber of
What?
Red,
Huh?
really good.
Getting
I
into
think
it there.
that almost did it. Almost did it. Can we fix that in post?
Just get rid of it. Just never
No.
Okay.
Or there were a few times I was about to slip up, and I had to like watch my. I'm like, wait a minute, hold on.
Yeah, but between it gave like Kairi as a character gave Kiritsugu vibes, which I really liked.
Yes.
But like in this situation, he got a servant that was more like willing to lean into his shit.
That's true.
Which is even better. Which again is like a really cool contrast, like looking back, like how Kairi and Kiritsugu are like very similar characters, but then just the stark contrast between the two different servants and the relation between the two servants as well.
I was gonna say there's a lot of history.
It became it was so cool, and seeing this kind of saber, the saber of red, is very interesting.
She is one of my favorite characters. I can't lie. She's probably number 2 besides Caster.
That's fair. Yeah. So that is Apocrypha. Apocrypha is really interesting, and I don't want to get into like the meaning of like why it's called Apocrypha or whatever like crap.
Like the in-depth.
Yeah, that kind of gets
Behind
revealed around the end.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, more like the word Apocrypha, like the meaning of the actual word Apocrypha.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
And like the lines between the Apocrypha and everything, and it is some biblical shit.
There is.
Oh, okay.
So, but let's not get into that.
Yeah.
Especially since we're pushing our runtime. So let's get into Fate Grand Order.
All right, bet. Grand Order.
Fate Grand Order.
Woo. There's a lot.
It's a lot.
A lot.
Should we try to summarize it with as much as we can, or do you want to? Actually, the premise itself is pretty simple to explain. So, would you like to explain?
Yeah, I can briefly go over it. So, pretty much what Grand Order is, there's this little place called Chaldea, and this is a group of mages and stuff that are like, hey, we must preserve the humanity and our timeline, because they received a vision, and not vision, but like a date about like, hey, this is when humanity is going to go extinct.
Mm-hmm.
And there's these different things called singularities, where these different singularities are throughout different points in human history where something has gone wrong that isn't supposed to happen. So you have to go, you as the protagonist get sent to these different points in history to fix whatever the hell is going on. And that usually involves something with the Grail going afoot. And so you go around and collect all these grails and you solve all these issues. And then eventually, when you get further into the game, you kind of find out there's this very big overarching story throughout these singularities, and there's someone pulling the strings at the very top who's trying to just completely annihilate humanity.
Okay. Interesting.
I hate to say it's probably one of the best Fate stories out there. Like some of the singularities are so fucking good, but most of the time you have to do this through the mobile game.
Yeah, getting it through the mobile game is that. But if for our anime watchers, you can just kind of like hint as to how like that goes, like how the singularities work in general, or like how we follow our main protagonist and Mash, who is a servant, an artificial servant, I believe, right?
She's what we'd like to call a demi-servant, because she's herself, but she was blessed with the power of should I say the guy?
No.
I know.
No,
Yeah,
no, close.
Let's just say she is the one and only of a new class.
Yes.
Okay.
She's the only one of this class type, and yeah, but there actually is a couple Grand Order animes out there that people can watch.
And
I believe there's one that they covered, Fuyuki, which is the first singularity.
Yeah, that's
that you would play. Well, was the first singularity in the game is Fuyuki, right? Which is I believe
it's like an alternate retelling.
Yeah, it's the aftermath of. Oh God, do I really want to get into this? It's the aftermath of Fate Strange Fake, I believe,
Yes.
which is a whole nother
Yeah,
thing.
when that's a whole other ballpark.
We're
Oh,
not going to talk about
God.
Strange Fake, which is it's just not
What
even a
is
mini
that?
series. I believe it's a manga of sort.
Okay.
But yeah, it's super difficult to explain. But something happened within that timeline, and the singularity was created, and that's where our main protagonist, whose name escapes me. What is our main protagonist's name?
Fujimura. Maru?
Yeah,
Maru, Fujimaru.
Ritsuka.
Yeah.
Ritsuka Fujimaru. Yes.
Who's Mash?
Mash
That's
is
the servant.
Mash is the
Okay.
servant.
Imperialite.
I was
Yeah.
like Kyrie Light. Okay.
But so that's our first singularity that we get to watch in an anime format, which I think that's the one that's like on Netflix or something.
It's actually quite good. I like it. It's not bad.
Yeah, it was very good.
You
and
see some
then-
very fun versions of servants,
Yes, exactly. And then there's another one. What else? We did.
Oh, I could rave about Demonic from Babylonia for like hours. Fucking
Yes,
love that show. Oh my god.
Babylonia. We had a series and there's a series of movies that cover the sixth singularity, which is Camelot.
Camelot, yeah. And then there's Solomon too, which is the final one.
Oh yeah, they did do Solomon.
Yeah, the Grand Temple of Time.
Yeah, so there's a movie for Camelot. There is a series of movies for Camelot, and one movie for Solomon, which is the final singularity. It is so cool.
Yeah,
If you played the games, it's really cool. But if you didn't play the game, it's
So
kind of
good.
like it's still awesome in the grand scale. But you're like, who the fuck are these people?
Yeah, you're like, who the fuck are you guys? Where did you come from?
I was like,
No,
oh
like-
shit, you showed up.
Exactly. Like if you play even if you just like watch like some of the animes, like even like just like going back to like normal like Stay Night and stuff, you'd be like, holy shit, it's him or it's her. Where the fuck did you come from?
Yeah, so that part is sick. I think there's just one scene in that just like really got me. I was just like, oh, this is fucking epic.
I fucking cried at this one scene. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh, I feel like you and I are talking about the same scene.
I think we are. We probably are.
I'm just gonna put the person that's in the scene, and then tell me if it's the same one.
Yep.
Okay, cool. All right, cool. I'm glad that you and I are on the same page for this.
I was like, holy shit.
Beautiful.
Like it's one of those things where it's like you should definitely watch it, but just get a little for it to get the best experience. Play a little bit of Grand Order, or at least watch like the first couple, the Babylonia and First Order.
Yeah. I
get
think First
enough of a
Order.
grasp.
Or if you really want to have some fun, I genuinely think Camelot was good too. I think
really did like Camelot. It's
worth
controversial.
watching. Yeah, it's worth watching.
You see a very unique take on the Round Table.
Yes. And like again, it's more of like the Fate writers being really good at their job of like twisting history, or I guess retelling history in a different way.
Yeah, exactly.
Mhm.
Yeah. And then Solomon is just endgame.
It is. It really is.
It's Fate Grand Zero and
It really is. It's everyone's here. Have fun.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
So it gets really cool. Yeah. That's Fate Grand Order. I'm glad we were able to actually go through this pretty well.
Grand Order. There's a lot for Grand Order.
Yeah,
that's a good summary.
Mhm.
Yeah, because like if we get into like each individual singularity, basically becomes an episode. So
And then there's the Lost Belts, then there's the events, and then there's there's a lot.
Yeah, there's a lot to cover for Fate Grand Order. So if you guys enjoy, let us know, and maybe we'll do a Grand Order.
Let's a totally
like
separate
episode.
episode.
Yeah,
Maybe
that
maybe our
really is an episode on
OVA.
its own.
Yeah.
That really is an episode in its own right.
Or we can do an After Dark episode for it. Or it's just a little bit more informal. Even more informal than how we are now.
Yeah. We're not professionals at all.
Nope, not at all.
But we can just go on and rant with this.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Well, I'm fucking good at.
All right,
Oh,
so
man.
do you want to get into the other series, or should we just get into questions?
I know. Elvin.
Okay, so
wants to
guys,
talk
with
about a
Fate-
certain fucking series.
Kaylee.
I think we should just open the floor for Elvin, because I think with like
I
you
know
and I
nothing
have
about this, but the
Exactly.
stupid clips I've seen.
Exactly.
All right,
Oh my
all right.
god, it's just a bunch of lollies having at it.
So let's we'll open up the query for Elvin.
Okay, I'm not gonna go into it, but more so, it's just oh my
What the
god, I
fuck
just
is
like
happening?
I just like bringing up the series as a meme if I ever run into Fate, and that was the first thing that
God
to meme
fucking
on
damn it.
Thomas was Fate. How would you pronounce? I see it. Is it not?
Are you talking about fake?
Khalid?
It's like Khaled.
Are you talking about fake Khalid linear liner?
Liner.
Prismaelia?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh no!
But yeah, we're not
It's
gonna go
that
into depth
one.
with it. But
I haven't seen it.
I put myself through that hell.
I've seen somebody say that it's different, and they fucked up the timeline in it.
no,
There's
But
a
that's it.
little bit. I kind of
But yeah.
I kind of know what they're talking about. I just hate the fact that around the end, like the best version of Shiro gets introduced, and it just pisses me off. That's in that fucking show of all things, and it's just.
Yeah, I don't.
So they really did the
main.
main character dirty.
It's such a good version of Shiro, and yeah, he gets
Even though-
introduced through Oath Under Snow. Oh my god.
Is that a movie?
It is. I'd recommend
Oh,
watching it. You don't. It doesn't.
I don't wanna.
It doesn't. No, it doesn't tie into the show. Kinda, sorta. It's its own little thing. It's very
but it's
good.
still under liner.
It is, yeah, but it's still very good. I'd highly recommend. But
Okay.
Oh dear.
All right.
But
Well, I will give you the benefit of the doubt and say
honest to God, it has one of the best versions of Shiro. I hate that I have to say that out loud, but it's true.
Okay.
okay.
I mean, I'd watch it. Sure, maybe. I
Stay
don't know. I haven't watched it.
open-minded.
I haven't. Well, the thing is, like, I haven't watched anime in like at least 2 years. So we're rocking
Coming
it.
back straight to that would be crazy.
Yeah. Let me just get myself like a little bit out of it.
Mhm.
There was
Nice
one
clip.
series that I do want to mention that I think is really, really cool, and probably like maybe part of it is also just me being a teacher.
Go for it.
But Lord El Malloy, the second Case Files,
Oh no, that's some good shit.
beautiful, amazing series.
It's Fate, but if you want like a murder mystery,
Okay.
Yes, exactly.
it's so fucking good.
I'm all for that. I love a good murder mystery.
But
It's Fate with like a bunch of different mysteries thrown in. It's awesome.
there is one prerequisite before you watch it, or at least before I suggest someone to watch it,
Mhm.
which is watching Fate Zero.
Oh,
That's
okay.
true,
So
yeah.
this is like Fate Zero really truly is the basis.
Yeah.
Because it's hard to really feel for the
For the
character
characters.
if you don't watch Fate Zero.
Yeah, I
Mm.
agree.
But yeah, I think Lord El Malloy, the second Case Files, such a great series. I didn't think it was going to be good, and I was really scared because I didn't want them ruining one of my favorite characters.
Yeah.
But then they made it, and I was like, "Yep, okay, this is awesome. This is
This is
fantastic."
fucking great.
But yeah, so there's that. So Elvin, do you have any more questions for us? Like
I guess
to help
to
you.
wrap it up, you've already convinced me enough. But to wrap it up, let's go with a lighthearted. What OP would you go for? What is the out of every one of the series, Fate Zero, Stay Night? I'm gonna, if the movies are in there, go for it. But if it's not, then you can skip those and find the OP. But what would it be? I know mine, and I haven't even reached that series, that season.
Oh, that's a good one.
I'm just a sucker for the artist.
Oh shit! I gotta think on this one. Fuck.
I just need to make sure I have the correct one.
All right, but I will say mine. Even though I haven't reached UBW season 2, it would have to be Brave Shine.
Yeah. Okay. Yep. That's right.
Oh, of course.
I have the correct one. I got the correct one. You ready? Mine. None of the main series. Whatever. Carnival Phantasm.
Son of a bitch.
What?
I was gonna say the same.
What's the OP for it?
Oh, it's time.
Carn.
I have it.
Okay.
Oh, send it. Yeah.
I had to double check it. I was just like, this is the intro, right? And yes, it is.
Oh my god. It won't be playing on stream, just saying. I will be listening to it so you guys can still hear my reaction.
Good.
But
all right. Besides that one, though, if I just choose one from all the series,
You talking about like a main series one? You can do it. I gave mine.
I was gonna say, that was, I was thinking the same thing. Like, that's such a fucking good ass intro. I love it.
the fuck is this? This is great. This is definitely 100% would.
It's beautiful. I don't know what you mean.
It is quite beautiful, but knowing Eli for so long, this is 100% something.
You just hear me cackling in the middle of the when I first see it. Yeah.
Oh my god.
All right, you know what? I do know my personal favorite.
All right.
It's the second Fate Zero opening.
Ooh,
Second
that
Fate
one's
Zero opening.
that one's so
Yes.
good.
Is there there's 2 seasons of Zero? Oh, there is Zero's second
Yeah,
season.
technically,
Look.
it's like a second season, even though it's just
Oh,
like
to
a
the beginning?
continuation.
That came from
Yes.
from Fate? I have had this
Yeah.
on my. Oh my goodness.
Yes.
He's learning.
I'm learning. I mean, Calafina is always, a bop.
Yes. Exactly. Is that what you were going to say, or were you talking about Fate Zero's first?
I'm talking about
I feel
Stay
like
Night. Oh, me? Who?
Yeah.
I'm talking about
You
Stay
too, but
Night's
you're-
second. Brave Shine.
Oh,
Aimer. I was
Brave
talking about
Shine,
Aimer.
yeah.
Brave Shine. It's so
I'm a
good.
sucker for
yeah.
Aimer.
Brave Shine is like the.
It's just
the-
iconic.
It is.
In
It
a way.
really
I mean,
is.
all OPs are iconic in their own way. I'm not trying to downplay anything. But 100%.
I know when people hear Fate, that's probably the one they go to.
Brave Shine.
Yeah.
I think so too. I believe that's also the opening, like strictly for the Abridged series, which, by the way, I suggest everybody watches because Fate Unlimited Blade Works Abridged is so good. That is probably like the only thing I've watched recently that is considered anime.
That's
because it's just so good, and the way they made Rin in that anime is even better.
Oh,
Like
man.
Rin is great, Sakura is great in that one. Shiro's a little bit of a dipshit, but
It's a given.
Yeah,
Exactly.
but he is voiced by the same person who voiced Naruto in the SAO Abridged.
Oh my god! So it's like perfect because it's like that's how it's the voice.
Yeah, that's how I expected what's it called, Shiro to sound like anyway. So I'm like, you know what, this is perfect. Why the fuck not? But yeah, so it's really like definitely suggest watching a bridge series, but only after you watch the anime.
Oh, definitely, yeah.
Yeah, don't
Oh,
don't
God.
watch your
You know
bridge
what
before
else
the
have
original.
really, really good openings?
What's
What?
up?
Grand
Yeah.
Order.
Grand Order
Oh.
does have some good openings.
Grand
Yeah.
Order has some fucking
The Camelot opening is
kick-ass.
so good.
I need to find one that doesn't really. Actually, this is so far ahead that context will just not even make sense.
Yeah.
There's so much going on that it's just like this one's a personal favorite. The fucking first Lost Belts.
Oh yes, yes, that's
Oh, that played on fucking the stream, but it's fine.
Oh,
I was
Did you
only
play
like
it on
a
stream?
snippet. I completely forgot if I played through Discord. But as unprofessional as we are, we ran over.
You know what,
ran
it
time.
it happened.
I was expecting this. That's why I gave a tentative 130.
That's
But
fair.
honestly, it was a vibe. I 100% enjoyed this. I was expecting it to always be the back and forth and just me sitting here, which is totally fine by me, because I wanted that convincing. It was like, do I really just sit down and just like watch the Fate series as a whole? But I don't know where to start. So it's like this cleared everything up from beginning to end. I will not pick up FGO as the game because
understandable.
That's what they all say.
I'm just scared. Gotcha pulls is just like my weakness.
Oh, with FGO's terrible rates,
So
you kidding yourself.
I don't think I wanna start another gotcha game. But yeah, overall, what an informative podcast.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah, this was a. Is this our first like real informative podcast?
Honestly, yeah. Because it was like more towards something like not a generalized topic like harems, music, and stuff like that. But honestly, an enjoyable one nonetheless because it's focused more on an anime series more and instead of like a broad spectrum.
Mm-hmm. You definitely gave it a lot more like direction.
Mm-hmm.
That's true, yeah.
And yeah, you convinced me. I will watch it.
Good, good.
Hell yeah! Join the dark side.
Exactly.
But
Now we need to explain the Nasuverse. That's the whole new.
No. That's gonna take a while.
Let me tell you about the moon.
Oh, don't remind me. No.
oh no.
Oh, that
Let me
activates
tell you
my
about the
fight or
moon.
flight. Hearing the moon in the context of Fate or the Nazuverse, my brain just goes, all right, I need to leave.
That's fair.
Clock out. Let me check out.
Walk out. I'm out. See you. Oh God, the
Oh
fucking moon.
man.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know, man. The Nasuverse has such a cool history behind it.
That is
Um,
true.
But I'm a big fan of Tsukihime. So it's definitely something I
I
would be
need to
interested
get
in
more
talking
in
about.
depth. I haven't dived into that rabbit hole yet myself personally, but I want to play. Now that the visual novel's out, I'm planning on buying it soon to play it.
Oh, did it actually come out?
Yeah, I think it should be out
West?
now. I think.
I didn't know it came out in the West because like that's really cool.
Oh.
The trailer for it was just so good.
It was
I-
really good.
I've not played any visual novels, but I was like that was the one that was just like maybe I actually play it.
Yeah, give it a
Because it was-
try.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it was really cool.
Is it? Let's see. How the fuck do you spell this?
TSUKI.
Suki Hime. But
Yeah. Wait, no, that's Witch of the Holy Night. Never mind.
Witch of the Holy Night is still really good though. Like,
That is.
I
I
feel like-
think it's gonna be coming. I think Tsukihime is gonna be coming out soon.
Okay.
Because I've been seeing a lot of reviews for it already.
Okay. Because I think Witch of the Holy Night would be a really interesting thing too. But again, that
I
gets
do.
deeper into the Nasuverse, which is
That's also more Nazuverse. Yay!
yeah. You get some and it gets into the both the history within Tsukihime and then also it would bleed into Garden of Sinners.
Yeah.
God, I'm a nerd.
I mean, the Naziverse is fucking massive.
Correct. But yeah, it's really cool. Oh,
And,
All right,
if you
though.
guys, I'd be happy to talk about it more down the line.
100%. Well,
maybe we can do this as maybe we can do like a convince me series now.
that
Like,
would be fun.
That would be
To
fun.
convince me to watch this, watch that.
either convince
Or it's a convince me
Elvin?
war.
or like convince me to actually get back into watching anime.
Okay. That sounds like a fun project.
It does. I'm here for it.
But yeah, so here we go.
I think so. I think we, or you guys have said, saying you guys have said enough. Just, but like you guys have explained your pieces.
Do we need to get into Fate X?
No.
Do you need to get the Fate EX?
Yes.
Oh
Do we
my
need to talk
god.
about
yes, the
Extra?
moon.
Do we need to talk about a Nero? Do we talk about the moon?
Yeah, we'll talk about the moon, the supercomputer.
Oh my goodness. But yes, 100%. We'll give it a watch. And I think that pretty much just wraps it up.
I think so.
Do you
Yeah.
you guys want to say your last piece?
Hmm.
Your goodbyes or anything? Shout
Gotta
outs.
think on that one. Gotta think on that one. Let's see. Well, no, I'm glad we've convinced you to watch it. It is definitely worth the watch.
Mhm.
But I will warn you now. I was in the same boat. I was like, I swear it off, Grand Order, but then it gets you. It will always get you.
No.
I'm warning you. I'm preemptively.
I'm not. No.
It's
Not
gonna
getting
sneak up
into it.
on you, and you're gonna be like, maybe I should install it.
No.
Yeah.
I
And
have.
then you see all the
So-
servants you like and stuff, and you're like, damn.
Yeah,
Oh,
don't mind me
yeah.
as I just now decide to summon for what's it called? What's her name?
Shooting
Saha.
Oh yeah, because there's the summer events are
Let
going
me
on right now.
let me just summon for Summer Scotty real quick. Don't mind me.
Yeah, because there's like all the summer characters and stuff, so you know
No.
there's a lot.
It's
you
really-
know.
Not you convincing me to play and spend money. That's crazy.
Yeah,
honestly, I don't think that, I mean, it could be a good time for you to start now,
No.
but
Oh, yeah, a bunch of free shit.
you
Oh,
did
there's, like,
miss
drugs.
anniversary, so that's a little feels bad.
Oh, that always
Oh,
happens.
Yeah, there's a few like good starting points for it. I would say like around anniversary time, around summer.
dude, they
And
give out so
then-
much free shit during anniversary.
I
Yeah,
figure
and then
that's
al-
usually how it is.
And then also around New Year's. I think New Year's and like the holidays is when
Hell
they-
yeah!
Or
I think there's a 5-star ticket soon too. So wait for that.
Yeah.
Not the GoFundMe for
I
polls.
also-
That's crazy.
we're not gonna do that. That's your
That's a
that's your
Patreon.
own. That's
That's
your
like
own.
a dono.
If there's an MNT big grand order account, sign me up for it. Give me the
Oh my
link.
goodness.
I
We just have a
want-
shared account.
I'm pretty sure we'd get banned for that.
Oh, 100%.
Don't worry, Elvin. I farmed for us today. I'm not gonna do that. I hope you know that.
Oh
The
god.
most I will do is a daily and then get bored and move on because I'm too freaking busy to do anything else. But yeah,
Finish.
All
Yeah,
right.
finish some of those.
All right,
Yeah.
I think that wraps it up. What would
Sounds
you
good.
say?
of course. Yeah. Just a final closing statement from my end. Fate franchise is freaking awesome. It's very deep. And it's also the moment you get really into it, it's a very slippery slope. And you want to
You
find
just-
out
yeah.
more. You want to
you
find
kinda
out more.
stumble, and then you're
it's
gone.
the itch. It's the itch.
It is.
like-
It really is.
For like more characters because they make the characters so cool. So, but that's how it goes. That's how it goes.
I dropped
would
down
say-
a rabbit hole so easily, so this is gonna be
it's
something
gonna be
else.
dangerous. Dangerous.
I can't wait for you to fall into this rabbit hole.
Oh God. But
But
yeah, 100%. Gotta say, thank you for joining us, Thomas.
Oh, of course.
Always
be here.
welcome. If there's any topic you would like to spring up and you think would be an amazing podcast idea, don't be afraid to mention it.
Yep,
And-
Don't worry, got you.
come let me know when that's happening. I'm in mountain time now, so
Yeah, I'll have
I'll
to.
I have to start it a little sooner than you guys,
hmm
but it'd be good. I still have a whole rest of my night. I still have to cook dinner.
Yeah, we're
Nah, that's
we're
fair.
ending on our night pretty much.
Hell yeah.
But honestly, it was a fun time today. And honestly, again, not expanding my words as much as possible, but Anime NYC is coming up and we are meeting up, which means Thomas has volunteered to model the Fate merch, or at least some of it, because I don't own it. He offered to buy it.
Yeah, I don't worry, I got you.
For the support.
Definitely the shirt.
Can I
Yeah,
get a
I'll-
sample? Can you send a sample out
I
here
do
to
have a
Colorado?
sample. Oh, you want a sample out to what? I mean, I got you. I mean, but I do have pics of the sample. It's gonna be great. I'm gonna try to take pics, and hopefully it'll all turn out wonderful. Because I have a spot in mind in the city
you
that
do?
would probably be kind of cool, but I don't know. I'm not a street photographer. I haven't done this, so this is like the first time, but I'm all for doing it.
Yeah, exactly. I think it'd be fun.
100%. And that, I believe, concludes the podcast. And it's funny because 2 hours was our original runtime.
And we made it.
There
We
we go,
did
yeah.
it. If this, I think 2 hours is a good time, though. Honestly,
Oh, yeah,
but
definitely.
hour 30 to 2 hours. But
Yeah, I think it worked out pretty well.
Definitely.
again, follow us on social media, listen to our podcast on Spotify as well, and don't forget to check out moeandtoast.com for merch. And, you can also find our socials and podcasts on there. Bye.
Later.
See you.